for another broker to hit me back about this load. What'll be worth 1,000, so that'll put me at 10,000.
There you go. Look at that. Look at that, man. You know what I'm talking about? Look at him. Tell us everything about a box truck. He's new. How long you been here? 8 weeks? 9 weeks?
I think 9 weeks now.
Okay. Give us some insight about box trucks.
Box trucks. First off, my number one fact about them is that they make less money than hot shots. There is a lower bar of entry for new carriers to get into a box truck than it is a hot shot or any other equipment in the business. You can just really roll up off the street and get a box truck. You start moving freight, and you can tell. There's certain equipment every box truck's gonna need, like a pallet jack. Liftgate is, well, if you wanna make decent money, it's also essential because a lot of brokers will specifically request trucks that have liftgates on them. Inversely, there are some loads that require that they don't have a liftgate, but those are really rare. And if the box truck is dock height, it's easier for them to get loaded. It's also specifically requested pretty often by brokers. And the pallet jack inside the thing, you gotta have your blankets, you gotta have your E-track straps, your load bars, the basic securement, because there's less types of securement than, say, a hot shot. So it's more essential that you have them, you have good ones, and you have a lot of them. Because if you have a 26-foot box truck and, having one pallet in the corner is only gonna take up 40 inches, and that's gotta be strapped. So, and you can fit 12 standard size pallets in a box truck. You're gonna need a lot of things to hold it down.
Oh, that boy cold. What about that door? What about that door entry? No, everyone's lazy. They want to take that measuring tape. What about that?
Oh my God, yeah. And a lot of people, they're like, yeah, my box truck's 13 feet tall. It's like, well, how high does the door roll up? What do you mean? Get a measuring tape, step on it, and reach up to the door, because I know for a fact it doesn't go up to 13 feet. It's like, sure, the inside probably is 13 feet. How high does that door go? Because that's all that matters. It's like, but it can go high. Well, I can't get it in there, so I don't care about this extra space you have, unless I'm going to turn it and then stand it up. Yeah, no one's about to do that. Like, maybe if you give the shipper, slide him a $100 bill, maybe they'll try to make it work, but
on a regular,
they're gonna pull it back. Oh, sorry, an inch too short.
Yep.
Get out.
That's exactly what they're gonna do. Exactly what they're gonna do. Look at it. All things box truck. He cold out here. See, 9 weeks. Look at it. See, proper education, studying, perfecting your equipment type. That's good. Give us hot shots now.
Hot shots.
Okay.
Make more money than box trucks. In my opinion, from dispatching both, I prefer dispatching hot shots. It's a little easier, and it just, to me, it feels a lot smoother. Stitching loads together easier. With a box truck, it's a little, feels a little more janky, your hot shots, you can be looking at anywhere between like a 30-foot to a 40-foot trailer usually. There are shorter trailers than that, but if you want to run optimally, that's usually in the range you're looking. Non-CDL drivers of hot shots can't exceed 26,000 gross pounds truck trailer load. So that usually limits them a lot in what they can take, which is why we usually we prefer carriers with CDLs, so they can then scale as much as their equipment can handle. Usually your 40-foot trailers can get up to 16, 17, 18,000 pounds, and 35s around 15 in that range, which then gives them the flexibility to take more, not only hot shot dedicated loads, they can take flatbed partials, like the big flatbed partials, and run them as full loads or partial them as well. Tarps. That is one of the most crucial pieces of securement for a hot shot. I swear you can get away with not strapping or chaining down a load, but you can't get away with not tarping it. Like, that's all you ever need. If you want to get into hot shots, if you think about it, you better go buy like a whole bunch of tarps. Not a whole bunch, but enough. Buy some tarps.
Blue tarps?
No, not the blue tarps. The big, thick woven black tarps.
Industrial.
Drop tarps.
Drop tarp.
Yeah.
So it's drops. So you can tell just by looking at them. There's a difference between the two. Whenever you see a truck driving down the highway and you see whatever's getting covered, it's like ripping to shreds, hanging off. Yeah, those blue tarps. Those just plastic or something on top of it, because that's what the wind does to it. Since it's driving for so long, a little tiny pebble will cut that thing clean in half. But that doesn't happen with the actual industrial strength tarps that are meant to do this.
Correct.
But then your other equipment is just, your standard straps, your chains. You need bungee cords, of course, too, to help secure your tarps to themselves, to the trailer. Which is actually another one that not a lot of new carriers would know, that you need the bungee cord suit to make it tight, because just tarping it while it's flapping out is dangerous and a risk, because then it could come off or it could tear. So your brand new $500 tarp just got ripped in half because you didn't strap it down properly.
The DOT, it's like a red flag for the DOT to come get you.
Yeah, they'll come after you. Let me think. The hotshot trailers, their weight capacity is determined by the axles. I think all my carriers have trailers with double axles on them. So, well, I guess I only have 2 hotshots now. But one of them, he's CDL driver, a double axle, 35-foot trailer, so he can scale 15,000. And the other one is non-CDL, so he can't exceed 8,000 pounds. But his trailer and his truck are rated to go up to 1,850, so 1,850 pounds. If he actually had a commercial driving license, he could scale. And like he opted to do to help lighten it, he took the truck bed off his truck to help lighten that up, of course, to where then instead of it being classified as a truck with the DOT, it's now classified as a trailer. No, classified as a tractor, sorry. Which, I mean, that's something, it's